30 years ago, in a small Bay Area town, a killer kidnapped 3 men and dumped their bodies in a secluded valley just off Interstate 80. But then, just as quickly as the killings began, they suddenly stopped. The men and their murder were quickly forgotten, overshadowed by other notorious serial killers prowling the same Bay Area roads. In this season of Crime Adjacent, host and serial killer survivor Chase Patrick returns home to uncover what really happened in Ridgewood and to answer the question once and for all: how could the most prolific serial murderer in American history slip under the radar for so long? Crime Adjacent is the never-ending true crime story told weekly. Listen to Crime Adjacent wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Case of the Missing Detective is a great jumping-on point to get into the world of Dash. However, to get the full story, we recommend you start at Dash, Season 1, Chapter 1 of The Case of the Mysterious Zeta Macara. And remember, you can listen to Dash any way you'd like, but if you ask us, you should do it with headphones. The unanswered questions of the past will always haunt the here and now. And for Dash Malone, tonight his mind is rife with them, no matter how much he's tried to drink them away.
And Johnny Plinkett's Plink is dead. Isn't he? Isn't he? Isn't he? Isn't he? Isn't he? Isn't he? Isn't he?
You are listening to Dash, The Case of the Missing Detective, Chapter 1, The Intruder.
Finally. Home.
Home. As the saying goes, there's no place like home. A sentiment most relatable. And after a long day at the grindstone of life, it's one most of us welcome. However, Private Eye Dash Malone can't merely click his heels together 3 times and be whisked away into the loving arms of worried family members. No, not for this detective. His place of refuge is an empty 1-bedroom at the top of an apartment house. As we begin the case of the missing detective, tonight he'll find, maybe, that apartment isn't quite so empty.
It's late. I usually sleep at the office when it's this late, but the way things have been, I needed to get away from there. I walk up the 4 flights of stairs to my 1-bedroom. These stairs seem to multiply every day. Many old fashions I've been putting down don't make the climb any easier. I pause at the top of the steps, about to light a cigarette to catch my breath, and then I see the door to my apartment is open. It's not wide open, it's just slightly ajar. Definitely not the way I left it. A step closer, and I see the light inside is on. 1 more step. Damn, these old buildings. I need a softer step. Treading lightly, I make out the sound of someone walking around my apartment. Then a shadow moves across the narrow sliver of the open door. There's a stranger in my home. I creep closer to the door and whoever's in my apartment immediately stops moving. A moment passes, nothing. I feel a trickle of sweat run down the back of my neck. I gotta be ready to act fast, whatever happens. And then they start moving again as they were before. Or maybe I haven't blown my cover just yet. Guarantee these creaking floorboards don't get me away. I slip out of my shoes. My beat-up, dark-capped toe Oxfords. As I do, I realize I wore different colored socks today. One black and one argyle. Oh, you are a trendsetter, Malone. Especially since I can see my big toe peeking out of one of them. In my stocking feet, I edge my way closer to my slightly ajar apartment door. From inside now, I can hear the sounds of opening cabinets. Looking for something maybe? I shouldn't be surprised that someone's broken in. Everything I've dealt with over the last year. The mummy.
Doomed.
Zeta Makara.
Mr. Malone, are you paying attention?
Invisible men.
You don't have to fall in love. At least, not tonight.
Hell, given my history, it could be Fernez and the LAPD. Wouldn't be the first time they've raided my place.
I'm watching you, queer.
It could be anyone. Anything. As I sidle up right next to the door frame, I reach into the holster and grab my Colt Special. I take a moment. The cop I used to be resurfaces. With all the authority I can muster, I announce my presence. Whoever's in there, freeze!
Dash? Dash, it's just me.
I kick the door wide open. As I peer around the corner, I see Hayes just standing there in his skivvies.
Wait! Don't shoot! Dash! It's just me!
Hayes, what the hell are you doing here?
I wanted to surprise you.
Surprise me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because can you please put the gun away?
Yeah.
That's better. Hi. Sorry, I didn't know when you'd be home.
You're in my apartment.
Yeah.
The door wasn't shut all the way.
I thought I closed it.
Hayes, do you know the one thing a detective hates more than anything?
Lions who don't pay on time? Unsolved cases? Ooh, a suspect who won't be square with ya.
Surprises. A detective hates surprises.
Well, maybe you'll learn to love them.
That'll be a cold day in Death Valley.
Or maybe at least grow to tolerate them. Why aren't you wearing any shoes?
Why aren't you wearing any pants?
Well, that may be a surprise for a little later.
Still hate surprises.
Are you looking for something? I tidied up. You had some dishes that looked like they hadn't been cleaned in a week, some glasses that smelled like a bad batch of whiskey, and your ashtrays were overflowing.
Well, you don't say.
It needed some love. Detective?
How did you get in?
Dash. Fella has to have some secrets.
I am not going to ask again. Yeah?
I had a copy of your key made the other night when you passed out.
Come again?
You passed out, so I...
In the 4 months that we have been doing this, is making a copy of my apartment key behind my back something you think I'd like? That I would be okay with? Is that the impression that I've given you?
I figured it would be okay when you came home to a clean apartment and...
And a married man. A clean apartment and a married man. That's what I come home to.
That's harsh.
What's so harsh about the facts?
It's not all the facts.
Oh, no?
I cleaned it all in my shorts. Just for you.
Oh, you...
Oh, come on. Don't you find that even a little... What are you looking for?
Ah, here they are.
What?
Your pants. Put them on.
Hey!
And I'll take that extra key.
I was trying to be thoughtful.
The key.
Here. Take it.
I don't like surprises.
I was trying to help.
This isn't help.
In that case, Dash Malone, you can forget about my help anymore. In fact, you can forget about me.
With his pants barely on and his shirt unbuttoned, Hayes makes his way to the front door without any sort of grace or dignity. I watch this happen, and then... Hayes, before you go.
Yeah?
You didn't make any other copies of this key, did you?
You know, Dash Malone, you'd be lucky if I did.
Is that a yes or a no?
That is a you're never going to see me ever again. That's what that is.
You didn't answer the question.
Your shoes are in the hallway.
Shit.
You have been listening to Dash, the case of the missing detective. Starring Jared Calhoun, Thomas Robert Irvin, Walter McCready, and Shanna Massad. Written and directed by Dave Ebersole. Sound design by Mick Loro. Music by Christopher Tolomeo and Mick Loro. Cover art by Vinnie Rico. Executive producer Mick Loro. Dash created by Dave Ebersole and Delia Gable. Dash the podcast is a Light Booth Blackout production. Stay tuned in 2 weeks for the next chapter of The Case of the Missing Detective. Of course, you can hear it early and ad-free on Patreon. Patreon.com/lightboothblackout. Thank you for listening. I'm John Barker. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled. Once you know what to watch for, you always know there's more to the story.